I was in big trouble. I had secretly taken my husband's Maybach for a drive and crashed it into a Porsche. And now, once again, I had to rely on him to clean up my mess, knowing I had no excuse. I obediently stood in the corner, punishing myself. Ryan took off his glasses and rubbed his temples. Even if a child makes a mistake, they still have to face consequences. My heart pounded every time he took off his glasses. I knew he was about to kiss me, but when he started removing his watch, that was when I knew I was done for. Was it too late to run out? Having a husband to rely on was one of life's little pleasures. My husband, Ryan Carter, was a renowned top-tier lawyer in the country. Never lost a case every time he appeared as a guest on Legal Talk. Shows he gained a whole new wave of female fans after all. In the legal world, Ryan Carter's looks were top-notch sharp features, a chiseled jawline, piercing eyes. Under thick eyebrows, an effortlessly handsome man who had no idea how attractive he was. Yet, despite everything, when it came to me, he was always at a loss. I had only gotten my driver's license recently, thinking it would be harmless. I secretly took his Maybach for a quick trip to buy groceries. Unfortunately, my driving skills weren't great, and I crashed into a Porsche that was switching lanes. The Porsche owner stormed out, fuming. He glanced at the severely dented rear of his car, then turned to me, pointing angrily. "Do you even know how to drive? Get out. Get out now. Let's talk about how. You're going to pay for this. Did you hear me? Get out of the car?" Oh no. This guy looked really aggressive. With trembling hands, quickly called Ryan. What happened? His deep magnetic voice always made me feel safe, but I still couldn't hide the tremor. "In mine, honey, I got into a car accident. There was a 2C pause on the other end. Then I heard him speaking to someone in a composed, authoritative tone. Apologies, everyone, something came up at home. The meeting is canceled for now." I could already picture him grabbing his suit jacket and heading out the door. Even in a rush, he still reassured me. "Get out of the car and stand somewhere safe. Wait for me." I stood pitifully on the sidewalk, while the Porsche owner kept berating me from a distance. I finally saw Ryan stepping out of his car. He was dressed in a tailored dark gray suit, probably straight from a client meeting. He walked quickly toward me, then draped his jacket over my shoulders. The moment he got close, I pouted, wanting to throw myself into his arms, but he frowned and firmly repositioned me. "Stand properly. We'll deal with this." Later, the Porsche owner had been ranting non-stop, but the moment he saw Ryan, his expression did a complete 180. "Oh, Mrs. Carter." No wonder the car looked familiar. He immediately put on a flattering smile. It's fine. I'll just call my insurance company." That was way easier than I expected. Well, I suppose there really was no problem. Ryan couldn't solve after handling the mess I caused. Ryan shoved me into the car and silently drove us home. The air in the car felt heavy, sensing his mood. I wisely kept my mouth shut, following him inside without a word. As soon as we stepped in, I instinctively went to stand in the corner facing the wall every time. I messed up. I was made to stand in the corner as punishment, and usually I'd end up whining about domestic abuse, guilt-tripping him into apologizing. But this time he was genuinely mad with his arms crossed. He towered over me, his expression dark and serious. "How many times have I told you not to drive by yourself? Why won't you listen?" I lowered my head. I wanted to go to the seafood. Comment to let us know the whole story.